Hey guys, welcome to the arcade. Thank you very much for joining me. And it looks like we're finally getting some traction on the deluxe cabinets over here in the UK. We actually have a couple of listings from two retailers this morning. So if we jump over, I can show you exactly what we're talking about. So onto the game website, if we scroll down a little bit down here, we can actually see that they have a couple of listings for both the Atari 50th deluxe cabinet, and we have the Miss Pac-Man as well. So they've also put up another listing for the Time Crisis, same as Liberty Games, so exact same price, $6.99, although they have a much later release date for Time Crisis. Liberty have it up for towards the end of October, and yeah, Game have it at the end of the year, which is a little bit later. That's a strange one, so not sure what the deal is there with them. Exact same price and everything like that, but if you're on the mainland with Liberty, you'll get it for free delivery, whereas Game charge £20 for their delivery on these larger cabinets, so you might get a good deal there from Liberty. So let's dive in and take a little bit of a closer look at these two machines. So first one we've got is the Atari 50th. Now, I've said before, I do like this cabinet. I think the artwork and the design of it is really cool. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I really do think it's a lovely looking cabinet. Now, you do get the 14 games for the Atari Legacy that we would see. If we scroll down here, we'll be able to see the 14 games on it here. So we've got Asteroids, Centipede, Major Havoc, Missile Command, Akara, Crystal Castles, Tempest, Millipede, Gravatar, Liberator, Asteroids Deluxe, Space Duel, Super Breakout, and Lunar Lander. Now, there is also 50 classic Atari 2600 games that are included on this cabinet as well. Again, we don't have a list of those games, so we don't know if they're going to be decent or not. We do have the BOE monitor in these ones, and it is a deluxe cabinet, so we don't have the riser. We do have the light up coin door, which is just so cool. I think it's a great looking cabinet. It's going on sale for $5.99. You can pre-order it now, and again, this one is marked for the end of the year, so we've got plenty of time, I guess. I don't know if that's going to change, if that's just an estimate that they've put out there. What's usually happened in the past is these dates have slipped, so it may be into the new year before we'll actually see any of these from Game being delivered, which is a bit annoying. Now, I will jump over very quickly to Liberty because they also have it marked for pre-order as well. Exact same price, all the rest of it, but you are getting free delivery on this if you're on the UK mainland. And the date that Liberty have is the 27th of October, so similar to the Time Crisis cabinet, they're getting it in at the end of October, whereas Game is end of the year. So, there you go. If you're looking for it a bit earlier, Liberty's probably the way to go on that. It's the exact same price, except you're not paying delivery through Liberty, so it's maybe worth having a little look. Anyway, I will put links in the description of the video if you want to check them out yourself. Going back over to Game, we have the Class of 81. Now, this was the cabinet that originally appeared on Very, and a few people actually pre-ordered it and then got it cancelled. So it's good to see this back. Now, slight difference here is that they're expecting it towards the end of September, so end of the month. They're hoping to get this cabinet in and start getting it out to people. Again, it's $5.99. The artwork on it is awesome looking. I do really like the half and half between Miss Pac-Man and Galaga. I think it's quite an iconic looking cabinet, and I really do like it. We've got the sort of waterfall effect on the control deck. We've got the recessed monitor and all the rest of it. It's fantastic looking. Light up coin door, lovely looking marquee. I think it's going to be fantastic, and of course it's Wi-Fi enabled, so you'll be able to chase scores as well, so you can't complain with that. Running down here, we can have a little look at the games list if you're wanting to make a decision. So we've got Miss Pac-Man, Galaga 88, Galaxian, Dig Dug 2, Mappy, Rally X, Rolling Thunders, Rompers, the Tower of Duruga, and King and Balloon. So 14 games again. I think it's absolutely... Sorry, it's 12 games. I've miscounted. Sorry, it's 12 games on this deluxe cabinet. Sorry, I was getting a bit confused with myself there. So it's a fantastic looking cabinet. The games list very similar to the ones we've seen sort of on the other Miss Pac-Man cabinets, and a mixture of games that you would have seen on Pac-Man or Namco Legacy. But if you don't have one of these cabinets, I definitely think it's worth having a little look at. Or if you're looking to upgrade to the deluxe cabinets, it might be time to sell your current class of 81 or your Pac-Man / Miss Pac-Man legacy cabinets, whichever one you may have. Again, it's going for $5.99. This seems to be the regular retail price, I guess, for these deluxe cabinets. Again, it's slightly on the high side for me. I think I'll wait for a sale on these, but it's not as bad as I was sort of expecting. I think they are lovely looking cabinets. I do really like the riserless design. I like the fact that they've included the little buttons there for the screw holes. I think that just makes it a lot prettier looking when it's all constructed, rather than having those exposed these exposed screws. So there we go. We've got two of the deluxe cabinets finally making it over to the UK, and that's brilliant news. So we've got Atari 50th, and we've got the Galaga Miss Pac-Man class of 81. Now there is one more thing that I managed to spot this morning, and it's got me interested. So scrolling right down to the bottom, we have the Arcade 1up Infinity Game Board. Now, Game do have a retail exclusive on the table, but it's always been really expensive. Now that's the 32-inch one, so it is quite big, whereas this one will be the smaller one. Now let's have a little look at it. So this is the next generation of the widely available digital tabletop gaming experience, the Infinity Game Board. So they're looking for a release of this in the UK for the end of October, so a couple of months away. They're selling it for $5.99. Now the library of games for this has been growing quite steadily over the last couple of years. There's a lot of decent games on it now. There's a lot of stinkers on it as well, I'll be perfectly honest, but we've got games like Risk, you've got the Game of Life, you've got Pandemic, which was quite apt at the time. So there's a lot of Ticket to Ride, I can just see it down there as well actually. So there's a lot of good games in here. It is a wee bit smaller now. It's 18.5 inch, so it's a fair bit smaller than the larger tables. Now, will that make it a little bit more awkward for people to play on? I don't really think so. The way I see this one is probably one that you would maybe take away with you, or set up on a dining room table or a coffee table with people around it. I think that's the way I envision this kind of one being used. People sort of crowding around it. I think the size of it is going to be pretty decent. Though I would love to have a go on it, but sorry, early mornings, they don't really work for me. I would love to have a go on it to say yes or no to it. I do like the look of it. I like the idea of it. I think there's a lot of games in the store that would be very very good to play on. Price wise, it's a lot better than the Infinity Game Table. That's for certain. Of 600, I'm not entirely sure if I would pick it up for the full price. I would want to see it come down in price, maybe in a sale. However, the Infinity Game Table never did, so whether this one will or not, I'm not sure. But it's a lovely little option that it's there. I think it's a really good item, and I'm hoping that they just keep improving on the games list that they have in their store. It's one of those games that it's one of those little devices that I think if it's executed well and it has those third party titles that people want, the more in-depth board games, like people don't want to be playing jigsaws and those kind of things. We want the bigger games. We want, Settlers of Catan. We want Ticket to Ride and things like that. So hopefully they're able to go out and secure those kind of things. But I definitely think it's piqued my interest. I will definitely say that. I will keep an eye on that price point, because if it does come down, I would be quite interested in picking that up. But we'll see. So it's coming out end of October, so it's unlikely that we're going to see it in a Christmas sale, but maybe sometime in the new year we'll see that go on sale. So there you are. There's $5.99 for the Infinity Game Board over on Game. Again, I'll put all the links in the description below, but hopefully that's sort of giving you something to mull over. We've got a few new things coming over in the next sort of couple of months. So this is good. We're starting to see things moving in the UK again. And hopefully it'll just keep going. I don't want any more stalls that we saw with the deluxe cabinets. That's taken far too long to come over here. We don't want that. We want to be able to buy these things and get them at around the same time as everybody else. We don't want to be left out in the cold. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Hopefully you got something out of this. Gives you some information to maybe go looking for your next purchase. Anyway, I will see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.